West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast. West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.
Can't believe I've started on time. Just about to face the first ball of day 4. Shamar Joseph is on strike. Muhammad Ali will take the ball. We are 43 overs into West Indies' second innings. We lead by 155. West Indies 126 for 7, 29-run lead in that first innings. This match will finish today. It may finish in session 1, may finish in session 2, but it will finish today. We will have a winner in this first test. Let me start setting everything up. And we are about to get underway. Muhammad Ali will start us off. Shamar Joseph on strike is on 22 from 13 balls and immediately goes for a flashing drive. Skews off the outside portion of the bat through backward point for 1. Let me just, all I'm going to do is update the West Indies lead. I'm not even telling you what the West Indies score is. I mean, I will, obviously. But the key number here is how many runs West Indies lead by. They lead by 156. Bluey Gold says, if Shamar makes 50, we'll win the game. Still got Warwican and Seals to come. West Indies 127 for 7. Ow. Right, Roach on strike. He's on 5 from 34. Muhammad Ali into Roach. Down the leg side, and that's 4 welcome buys. Yeah, we'll take that. West Indies lead by 160. Every single run counts. Extras will need to stand up. Everyone will need to stand up. Any run, by any means necessary. Young Badgery is saying on comms that the tracks have widened. And every single run counts and matters in this. Big up to the people who've joined us so far. Spread the word. Let them know. CCP, we're live for the first session. Ali again into Roach. Oh, that one jags, pitches and leaves him. But Roach will say that he played inside the line. No run. Run up the likes, run up the shares, run up the subscriptions. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Put in your Facebooks, put in your WhatsApps, put in your TikToks, put in your Snapchats. Ali again into Roach. Straight. Round the corner. That's going to run away for 4 as well. I don't know if Roach got anything on that. Yeah, he did. He did. Rizwan got a fingertip on it, but all he could do was parry it round the corner for 4. We'll take those runs as well. The West Indies lead by 164. Every single run counts. Don't care how we get them. Don't care who drops what. Every run counts. Was that a drop by Rizwan? Do you count that as a drop? So far, Muhammad Ali's gone 1, 4 buys, .4. Next ball. Straighter. Roach is in behind that defends, no run. Hayden says, if West Indies can stretch this to 202, maybe need 200 to 250 if they can keep building. If they can get to 200, I make West Indies favourites. But 200 is a long way away. Roach is on 9. Shamar Joseph on 23. Final ball of the opening over of the day. Muhammad Ali into Roach. In behind it, defends. End of the over. West Indies 135 for 7. Big up everybody who's joined us. early morning. If you're in the Caribbean and the United States, you should be at work. But maybe some of you have got this on a secret screen, hiding it from Bossman with one earphone in your ears. Roman says West Indies will win this. K Singh says he's working from home in London. Yep, I'm at home, but I ain't working. Well, unless you want to call this working. Right, Kuram Shazad will take the ball. That's interesting. I would have given it to Mohamed Abbas. Shazad takes the new, well, not the new ball, but starts off. Bowls that on the 5th stump line, and Shamar flat bats that to long on for 1. Coldrick says, good morning, CCP. Anyone else normally think like me? Roach is probably one of our best defensive batters. Yeah. He can definitely dead bat a ball. If Shamar can fling the long blade and Roach just carries on dead batting and nudging and nerdling, anything's possible. All in One says, where's the scorecard? We're not dealing in scorecards. We're just dealing in what's the lead. That's all that matters. That's straight. And Roach plays that to a mid-on for none. Yeah, we're not doing scorecards all in one. All we're doing today, because the match will end today, all we're doing is what is the West Indies lead? Because all that matters to West Indies fans is how much are we setting Pakistan? And all that matters to Pakistani fans is how much are they going to need to chase? So I can tell you that Shamar is on 24. I can tell you that Roach is on 9. I can tell you that West Indies are 130-something for 7. But that's irrelevant. The lead is the only thing that matters. Shazad. Straight. Got. Ooh, what happened there? Inside edge onto the pad. Inside edge onto the pad. Loops up to 3rd slip. Or gully, was it? Should that have been taken? I need to look at that again. It was straight from Shazad. Yeah, inside edge onto pad. Loops up. Should that have been taken? No. Fell well short. Fell well short of him, man. Is my TNT Sports out of sync? I don't know. I just got it on right now. Right, Shazad in again to Roach. He's on 9 from 41 straight. Turns round the corner for 1. A quick single. West Indies lead by 166. Right, Shamar on strike. Can Shamar? The thing is, you want Shamar to get quick runs, but I hope he goes after the bad balls rather than just trying to lick down everything. Anyway, Shazad round the wicket to Shamar Joseph. A sensible stroke there, just pushes it out into the covers. Calls 2, and it will be 2. See, that's sensible cricket from Shamar. You don't have to leng everything down. He's got a good enough batting technique to be able to play conventional cricket shots. Lead by 168. Eight your views so far in the watch along. Big up to anybody. If you're in the UK and you're avoiding work, big up to you. If you're in the Caribbean or US and you've got another screen on so boss man can't see, big up to you. If you're in the Asian subcontinent, big up to you as well. Round the wicket, Shazad. Shamar in the pool. And that goes behind keeper. Not technically over the keeper, but behind where a fly slip would be. And it's 4 runs. West Indies lead by 172. This isn't what Pakistan wanted. This is an excellent start by the West Indies. We began the day with a 155 lead. The lead is already up to 172. West Indies 143 for 7. Shamar Joseph is on 30. Kimar Roach is on 9. We're building. Slowly but surely, we're nearly choked myself out there. Slowly but surely, we're building. Raku says he's... Oh, my God. Let me drink my coconut water. That piece of fruit went down the wrong... It's getting graphic out here. It's graphic and dark for me right now. Ugh. Yuck. Right, anyways. Raku says he's at work right now, trying to hide from boss man. Oh, it's so graphic for me. That kiwi fruit went down the wrong hole. Right. Muhammad Ali into Roach. Tucks behind square for one. They could get two here. Are they going to run two? I think there's two there. Yep, they run two. We run two. This is a good start for West Indies this morning. A quick 19 runs have already been put on. They lead by 174. Roach is on 12. Shamar Joseph on 30. This isn't what Pakistan... This isn't what Pakistan wanted this early. Sorry, everyone. There's loads of comments I need to get to. I'll get to them in a minute. Right, Muhammad Ali in again to Roach. Roach is on 12 from 43. Straight. Roach goes after it. Drive. Was that put down at point or just misfielded? Either way, they'll get a single. This is shoddy this is a shoddy start from Pakistan. And I'm not just saying this to wind up Pakistani fans. This is a shoddy start. These two have already put on 20 runs in quick time this morning. Yuck. Joel Bailey says he'll be at the venue post-lunch. Yeah, Joel, if you can get an interview with anyone post-match, cool. Hayden says, whatever happens after this game, who would you drop for the next match? Warwican. Unless they think the pitch, it should be on a different track. Oh, no, sorry. They're going to Queen's Park Oval. Unless they think Queen's Park Oval is going to spin, I'd drop Warwican. But it'll also come back to that short ball, and Shamar Joseph rides that. Now, if they think Queen's Park Oval is going to spin, then technically Warwican has to play. But if they think it's going to be a bit like this pitch at Lara, where it's not actually aided the spinners as much as people thought it might, then it's all dependent on Chase. If Chase's finger can heal for the start of the next test and Chase can bowl, which is, I think, that's 50-50, then I'd drop Warwican because Warwican's not adding value to the side. Ali into Joseph. Joseph wants to go on the big heave hole. Towends it down to deep mid wicket, but they just get one. Did they get two? No, they get one. Good morning, Sheldon. Big up to you. Bluey Gold says, I think the pitch is good for batting in the first hour because the cracks don't really deviate or open. Remember, yesterday's pitch looked flat for the first hour. True, I hear that. And actually, if you look at... Yeah, no, I think that's a very good point from Blue Gold, but obviously we've got to see. The lead is 176, by the way, not 175. Roach on strike. Oh, that one rears up on his glove. He actually... The hell's that noise? He plays that quite well, to be fair. But it did spank him on his hand. K Singh says 180, 190 will be tough to chase on here. I think anything over 200 is a problem. It's a partnership 50. Shit, I don't even... Yeah, the partnership's 50 because they came together at 93 for 7. Yeah, 50-run partnership between Roach and Joseph. Roach on strike to Ali. Last ball of the over. Defended by Roach. End of the over. West Indies 147 for 7. Shamar Joseph is on 31. Kimar Roach is on 13. The lead is 176. Is this Roach's last series? Don't think so. Roach will keep, as long as Roach is performing and as long as he wants to keep playing, why would he not go to Bangladesh? Doesn't mean he has to play all the time, but why would he not go? Good point from Joel Bailey. Well, no, hold on. Wasn't the warm-up game? Was the warm-up game? I thought the warm-up game was at Taruba. Was the warm-up game at Queen's Park Oval? I thought the warm-up game was at Taruba, you know. If the warm-up game was at Queen's Park Oval and Queen's Park Oval takes spin, then yes, Warwicksham will play. Joseph runs down the track, gets absolutely nothing on it. Lucky not to nick off to Rizwan. No run. Lonesome says 220 odd should be a winning score. You would think, but who knows? Yeah, West Indies, regardless of what the total is, West Indies will have to bowl properly. Yeah, that's standard. There's no argument there, regardless of whatever is set. Right, Shazad into Joseph. Well, what do I say about that? Joseph has just picked that up. Bottom hand cricket. It's a flat 6, straight back down the ground. I don't know if Joseph meant that. There was no foot movement whatsoever. He just picked it up with a bottom hand shot straight back over Shazad's head. It's crashed straight into the boundary roll. Let me watch that one again. Yeah, it's just pure bottom hand brute force. Shazad must be wondering what the hell. Shazad will be like, I didn't even do anything too wrong there. West Indies lead by 182. Shamar Joseph is now the highest run scorer in the innings, West Indies. He moves to 37. Shazad round the wicket. Shamar wants to go on this flashing cut there. Gets nothing on it. No run. Sheldon says the only thing West Indies have to fear is a combination of Babar and Rizwan. Well, it was Shan who got the century in the first innings, so I don't know if I buy that. Lonesome says the key is Shamar should be making runs while swinging badly. If he looks composed while scoring, that implies the pitch is settling, and that's a no-go. I don't know if it's as simple as. I'll come back to that. Shazad round the wicket to Shamar. Shamar again on the big heave hole connects nothing straight through to Rizwan. I don't know if it's as simple as if Shamar is scoring runs fluently that the pitch is fine. This pitch, it's impossible to read how this pitch will deviate over the course of a day. Remember, wickets have gone in clumps on day 2 and day 3. So, and it's not going to get better to bat. So, I don't think it's that easy. 153 for 7. The lead is 182. Shamar Joseph on strike to Shazad. He's on 37 from 23 balls. Advances down the wicket. That'll go fine. I don't know. I think he was trying to pull it square, but he kind of bottom edges it fine for 1. Moves to 38. The lead is 183. West Indies have already added 30 runs in the first 18 minutes of the 30 runs in the first 18 minutes. Shamar Joseph is on 38. Kimar Roach is on 13. There's 131 of you in the watch-along at the moment. Big up to yous. CCP community is always strong. If you're new to the CCP community, like, share, subscribe. Roach on strike. Final ball of the over, Shazad. Straight, and you know that Roach is just going to defend that. No run. End of the over, 154 for 7. Shamar Joseph is on 38. Kimar Roach is on 13. The lead is 183. If I'm a Pakistani fan, I'm already starting to think, wait a minute, what's going on here? What's going on? This has gone from being an annoying 8th wicket partnership to, are they taking the game away from Pakistan 8 wicket partnership? They have to get rid of these two. They have to. If these two take the lead to 200, if I'm a Pakistani cricketer, I'm starting to lose my head. Yeah, Lonesome says, why isn't Abbas opening the day? I would have opened with Abbas. As soon as I saw Khurram, as soon as I saw Shazad take it instead of Mohammed Abbas, I was like, okay. Anyway, Mohammed Ali back again. Short. Shamar feints to pull it or hook it. Either way, he pulls out of it, Nara. Ali again on the leg side, no run. Tristan says, "Big up CCP, love the ball by ball comms to supplement the live action on TV." Yeah, I don't know what you lot do when I do a watch along. I'm just chatting. I don't know how you lot take it. I don't know how you lot take it, but I just chat through it, you know. Yeah, bowled him down. Shamar Joseph goes for the big heave ho again across the line, and it's gun barrel straight, and that gets rid of Shamar Joseph for 38. So that's 154 for 8. Lead is 183. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Shamar Joseph is a number 9, right? Is he a number 9? Yeah, number 9. He's done his job in one sense because he scored 38. He's the highest run scorer in the innings. But when you play, yeah, Jay was already in the chat saying gone. I was tempted to time Jay out, but he don't know how watchalongs work. But ultimately, you have to take that's the ebb and the flow, right? You have to take the rough and the smooth with Shamar Joseph. You can't cuss him for getting out like that when playing like that is what ultimately got him to 38 in the first place and turned what was a 93 for 7 perilous score into what is it now, 150 or something for 7, 154 for 8. So can't really cuss Shamar for that dismissal. It's a bad dismissal, but he's put us into a situation where Pakistan are under pressure. So I have to respect it. Out for 38, bowled down by Ali. West Indies 154 for 8. They lead by 183. Now, Warrican can actually bat, but is he going to start batting like a dunce as well? Let's see. Ali into Warrican. Dabs it into the corner for 1, and we'll take that. Lead is 184. All in One reckons West Indies need 30 more. I don't know if that's realistic, but I think psychologically, if you're a West Indies fan, psychologically, you probably want West Indies to get to a 200 lead, at least. So we have to see. Ali into Roach. Roach's forward defense pushes it past point for 1. Bit by bit, bit by bit. That's how you do it. You just got to stretch the lead, nudge and nurdle. None of them are. I mean, Warrican can hit big, more so by fluke than true intent. But bit by bit, nudge and nurdle. Now it's about just batting as much time as possible. None of them are 6 hitters or clean 6 hitters like Shamar Joseph. So now it's just about batting time and nudging and nurdling their way by any means necessary. Lonesome says 200 would be a fight in total. I tend to agree. Ali into Warrican. Oi, that squares him up. Squares him up, but drops shorts of a gully. End of the over. 156 for 8. The lead is 185. Warrican's on 1. Roach is on 14. K Singh says, I think West Indies already have a winning score. Paul Fleckney says, I would have no issue with these two scoring slowly from here. Get that pitch nice and bait. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. West Indies need... Osprey says, West Indies need as many as they can get. Having a target is basically saying there's a point where the job is done. Yeah, I agree with that. But I still think that 200 isn't a target for me, but it's a psychological target. The human mind works weirdly, right? 199 or 198 is no real difference to a 200, right? But psychologically driven from Roach through the covers, they'll pick up 2 at least, and it will be 2. Psychologically, the human brain tells yourself that 200 is like 30 runs harder to get than 198, if you see what I mean. Pankaj says, is the pitch keeping low? It was yesterday. It's a 2-pace wicket. It was yesterday. If it is, I guess West Indies to win by at least 50 runs. Pakistan will be all out within 140. We haven't seen that yet this morning, though. There's been a couple that have reared off the pitch. Oi! Has that gone? Has that gone? What's going on there? What the hell's gone on there? I just assumed that was out. Are they going to review it? That's just gone through him. Yeah, Babar's reviewing it. So that one from Shazad just went through Roach. There was nothing Roach could have done about that. But was that so good that Roach couldn't even get an edge on it? It's reared up on Roach. I assumed that he'd nicked behind off the glove, but I have a feeling Pakistan have reviewed this because it was such a peach that everyone's just assuming that it must have nicked something. I thought it nicked Roach's glove. Shazad was certain, but umpire said not out. Let's see what's gone on here now. No, it's off. Well, until we get Ultra Edge, I don't know, but it looks like it might have passed the bat. Has that? Is the noise off his thigh pad? Until we get Ultra Edge, we don't know if that's come off the bat. No edge. So I think he's turned him inside out, and it's off. Yeah, it's off his thigh pad. Yeah. See, so such a good delivery that a tail ender could get nothing on it. Not out. Review burnt. How many has Pakistan got left? Pakistan have 1 review left. Good umpiring. Yeah, you have to rate the umpire for that because most of us probably on first view assume that must have nicked something. Anyways, that was a peach from Shazad. He turns at his mark again into Roach. Roach is on 16. Straight. Roach is behind it. Defends. Did they run a quick one? No. Just defensive push to mid-off. No run. The lead is 187. West Indies 158 for 8. Warwick on 1. Roach on 16. They've added... Oh, is it a no ball? Yeah, no ball. We didn't hear the sound. It's another no ball. We didn't hear the no... they didn't signal the no ball siren. So it's the umpire that signaled that. Defended by Roach. 7 no balls in this over. 22 extras by Pakistan. This has been a test match of horrendous no balls from both sides. If anyone's got the stats for me, can you tell me how many no balls there's been in the match? So West Indies have added 33 runs this morning. That's a win for West Indies. That's a big win. Got to keep going, though. Lead is 188. Pankaj says, why is Alzari not playing? Alzari declined selection, says Darren Sammy. But there's a bit more conjecture behind that, depending on who you speak to. Shazad, short ball, Roach ducks underneath it, no run. Why not Seals ahead of Warwick? Because you still, listen, we still have to bat properly, right? I get it. Seals can hit a 6. I do get that. But we're not actually at that stage. If like these two could just bat normally and kind of eke out runs. There is no need to just hit 6s at this stage. In fact, I'm in favor of these two and Seals just staying out there as long as possible. All of this adds frustration to Pakistan. Shazad into Roach. Behind it, Roach defends, no run. There's been 27 no balls in the match. That is ridiculous. Normally, people would say, oh, betting man must be up. But I think both teams have just been trash. That's not even betting man actions. That's just trash. Bart says, do you think a score of over 210 would be chaseable on this surface in the 4th innings? I think it'll be very difficult. Straight, Roach behind it, defends. End of the over. 159 for 8. Warwican on 1, Roach on 16. Roach has faced 55 balls for his 16. You done know already that Roach knows how to get a defensive stride in. Snowy D says, you mentioned in the previous episode you're a wrestling fan. Is that modern day WWE, AEW, or more old school? Everything. But if you're talking about modern day, I'm more of an AEW fan than I am a WWE fan. I've just booked my tickets for AEW All In at Wembley. I booked them yesterday, so I'll be going to All In to see Will Ospreay win the AEW World Heavyweight title from Kenny Omega. So that should be fun. Muhammad Ali continues. So surprised that turn around the corner by Warwican. That's what I'm saying. Picked up at fine leg for 1. Just nudge and nurdle. There's no need at this stage. Shamar Joseph can do the big shot thing. Now it's just nudging and nurdling. Play time. Did you follow CM Punk while he was in AEW? Yep, I enjoyed that. Ospreay is mid as a wrestler. No, come on, stop. Just relax. That's a wild statement, and that follows a wild shot by Roach. Totally out of character. Drives on the 9th stump line, gets nothing on it. No run. Right, Mohamed Abbas is now warming up. I remain perplexed that Pakistan did not start the day with Mohamed Abbas. Muhammad Ali, and again, Roach pushes that past cover. They'll get 2. Yeah, there's 2 there. Good running, good shot. The lead stretches over 190. Lead is now 191. Roach moves to 18. Akash says, what's your thoughts on King being in the test squad? He's not doing anything for the team at the moment. Well, he scored 50 in the last test of the second test of the Sri Lanka series, so that's incorrect. Muhammad Ali again into Roach. Unconventional by Roach. Plays that defensive shot with 1 foot off the ground, but it's a defensive shot all the same. No run. Big up to the 166 of you currently in the live watch along. Big up 174, in fact. Big up yourselves. If you're new to Caribbean Cricket Podcast, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit the notification button. Hype. All of that stuff. All of that good stuff. Ali runs in to Roach. Straight. Roach defends. No run. Is that the end of the over? 1 more ball to go in this over. There was a question earlier on that I meant to answer. Who has impressed you? So Mojo Jojo says, who's impressed you from Pakistan so far? I actually think Muhammad Ali's been good across the test match. I didn't know too much about him before this test. I thought he's been decent. Yeah, that's it. Oh, Mohamed Abbas, obviously. Ali into Roach. Short ball. Roach ducks underneath it. End of the over. West Indies 162 for 8. Warwican's on 2. Roach is on 19. The lead is 191. Could Alzari's no-show mean Kamar will delay his retirement? I don't think Kamar was going to retire. I'm not convinced Kamar. Or maybe. Who knows? Who knows? It's all about Kamar at the end of the day. Kimar's 38 years old. Should we take him to Bangladesh? Why not? You don't. The thing is, I think everyone gets caught up in this idea that you have to play players. Like, you can rotate players. The person who's most in need of a rest is Jayden Seales. So I don't see why we'd retire Kimar, or Kimar, unless Kimar wants to retire. I don't see why we'd retire him, because we need him. Right, Mohamed Abbas is in, and Warwican walks forward to the pitch of the ball and defends. Abbas outside the stump. Warwican leaves it alone. Nemo says, do you think Michael McKenzie can become a workhorse spinner in red ball cricket? Don't know. He's young, he's 20. Time will tell. Time will tell. I'd like to see him get a West Indies A opportunity for sure. What's your thoughts on having Ford or Springer in the test setup? Is Springer ahead of Ford in red ball cricket? I don't know. Ford doesn't play enough of it, does he? People say he's not quick enough to play test cricket. Defended by Warwican, no run. I support Bromley Football Club. I do not have a Premier League team. Why is Athanaze not picked above Kurt? Because Alec doesn't deserve to be picked above him. Alec needs to get back into domestic cricket and just make a significant volume of runs to show that he's ready. Abbas, Warwican pulls that square. There is protection out there, but that's one run. That'll do. Thoughts on Seales' recent drop-off? I think everyone's forgotten the context around Jayden Seales. I'm going to leave that comment on the screen. I'm going to leave that comment on the screen because I need to properly address this, because I think two things can be right at the same time. Roach pushes at that one from Abbas. Did they get a single there? No. Is that the end of the over? No, one more ball left in this over. I think the problem with cricket, I think a problem with a lot of fans, potentially media, consumers of cricket, is that and sport, actually, it's not just cricket, sport in general, and it's because of social media. People are drawn into short-termism analysis, and not enough people try and look holistically at what's going on. So I'll break it down for you for Seales in a minute. Upish drops just in front of mid-off. Was there a chance there? What's that now? Did they run? What the hell's Warwican doing? Well, it's a dot ball. So Roach was driving upishly, fell just short of Baba at mid-off. I don't know if there was a run. Maybe I don't know if they aborted a run. Either way, it looks like Warwican got struck on his hand. He immediately took his glove off. And now it's being looked at by the physio. So they need to show me. Looks like he's got something wrong with his wrist. He's a left arm spinner, so that's his right hand. But they'll need to show me a replay because I don't know if they aborted a run. Yeah, they aborted the run. Yeah, Warwican wasn't hit by anything, so I don't know what the wrist issue was. Anywho, so to Seales, here's sugar. So here's the thing with Seales. If people remember rightly, the first thing people need to do, so some of you are going to need to get down a piece of paper, get a piece of paper and a pen, and take notes. because I'm only going to say this once, right? Firstly, go and look at Jaden Seals' record versus Australia when Australia came to the Caribbean this time last year-ish, right? In that series, Alzari Joseph was available, Jaden Seals was available, and Shamar Joseph were available, and we gave Australia a really hard time, and all of the seamers did well. Our next series after that was India away on subcontinent tracks, roads, right? Roach had been dropped. Alzari Joseph was injured. Shamar Joseph was injured. And our attack in India was Jaden Seals, a debut in Johan Lane, Warrican, and Carrie Pierre. I don't care how good of a fast bowler you are, right? If you're 23 years old and you're being expected to lead the pack and your supporting cast is Warrican, Pierre, and Johan Lane, basically all the pressure is on you to basically take the wickets. And it wasn't like they were overly helpful tracks for Seals to bowl on. I don't think he's ever been on a test tour in India. So it was a baptism of fire of sorts for Jaden Seals, rather than a young guy to basically save us with no supporting cast for him. The best bowlers have a pack that they bowl within. Anyways, new over, Ali to Warrican, leg side, no run. So all bowlers, if you speak to them, will say that they hunt in a pack. Seals went to India with no pack support, right? And I think, and that carried on into New Zealand. They had to recall Roach because Seals hadn't toured or played a test match in New Zealand before either. So Seals was again in new territory in New Zealand. They called back Roach because Shamar Joseph and Alzari Joseph were still injured and unavailable. And the supporting cast was Johan Lane and teacher OJ Shields. Again, no pack. It was no coincidence to me that the best bowler was Kemar Roach, who's been to New Zealand many times before. Muhammad Ali into Warrican, straight, and Warrican pushes that out to the covers for no run. So again, Seals suffered, right? And I say all that to say that all that's happened is Seals has fallen off in India and in New Zealand. A combination of factors. No bowling pack. He's young and inexperienced in the two places that he went to bowl, and he's been asked to lead the attack, right? Now, when you look at Sri Lanka, so we just played Sri Lanka at home. When you go and look at the figures, Kemar Roach was the standout fast bowler. Then it was Jaden Seals. Then it was Shamar. Then it was Alzari. So, Warrican's gone on the big top edge heave ho. He's got 6, I think, for it. I don't know where Warrican was trying to play that. It's gone kind of finish, I think, for 6. It completely toe-edged it, got loads of height on it, but just went nowhere where there was a fielder, and Warrican gets a 6. Fortuitous, as young Badri would say. The lead is 198. Yeah, total toe edge, just up and over everybody. Could have gone anywhere, gets a 6. All right, how will Ali respond to that? Ali into Warrican. And he ducks that short one, no run. 200, over 200 of you in the watch along. Big up yourselves. Big up everybody. Let me go into my YouTube studio, see what the numbers are actually. Yeah, big ups, big ups. The numbers are creeping up. Like, share, subscribe if you're new to the channel. All in one says West. Anyways, that was the finish of my Jaden Seals riposte. West Indies lower order showing so much maturity. Never expected this. It's Pakistan, man. Anything's possible. Ali into Warrican, straight defends. Is that the end of the over? Yeah, end of the over. West Indies 169 for 8. The lead is 198. West Indies have put on 48 runs this morning. Don't think this was in the script for Pakistan. So the lead's 198, and Hayden's correct. Now they've got it to 198. Now try push for 200 to 230. You just, yeah, as Paul Weston says, now you just keep batting. Nudge, nurdle, the occasional wild shot from Warwican, nudge, nurdle, and just find a way. Remember, we were 93 for 7. It's now 169 for 8. Abbas. High. Is that gone? Gone, yep. Abbas gets the wicket. And I will just say, Roach went on the drive. He finds Babar Azam at cover. 169 for 9. So Roach is out. That will bring in Jaden Seals. And I just look at Mohamed Abbas's figures. Mohamed Abbas, 14 overs, 4 for 15. Why did Pakistan start the day with Muhammad Ali and Khurram Shahzad when you have Mohamed Abbas? I would love to understand. Was it because they were afraid of Shamar Joseph just taking Abbas down? Is that what they were afraid of? Because it was a no-brainer to start with Mohamed Abbas. Anyways, he takes the wicket. Kemar Roach is gone for 18 from 63. Now I would say that Jaden Seals and Warwican can flash the blade now. I'd say they can flash the blade now. Any run is a bonus now. Do you think Holder will be called up for the India ODI series? No. But that's more me saying I don't know if Holder wants to be called up. Right, Jaden Seals is in. He's shown an ability to bat recently, Jaden Seals. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I don't know if him and Warwican are going to say, you know what, can we just try score some 4s and 6s? I don't know. I wouldn't be against that. I wouldn't be against them saying, let's just see if we can try a ting now. Maybe nudge and nurdle to the psychological 200 mark and then say, let's try score some shots. Or let's try hit some 4s and stuff. Right. Seals on strike to Abbas. Defends that onto the onside for none. So West Indies have added 44 runs this morning. Was it 44 or 43? 43 runs this morning for the loss of 2 wickets. I think most West Indian fans would have bitten your hand off overnight for something like that. So we'll take that. Abbas to Seals. Seals goes after it. Gets nothing on it through to Rizwan Noram. Yeah, 2021. No. Yeah, in the Caribbean was 2021 and then obviously 2025 in Pakistan. Straight and defended. Who's I just put him in timeout. Abbas into Seals around the wicket. Defended, no run. So tell me if I'm wrong, people. So right now, Carlos and Marley are talking about Shea Hope. Is that a coincidence, or is that because they watched CCP live yesterday and said, there's our talking point? I swear we were talking about this yesterday on the live call-in show. I'm not having a go at them. Seals dabs that onto the onside. There's 2 in there. Yeah, and they will run 2. It's a quick 2. And that takes the lead to 200. Oh, no, it's an overthrow. Sorry. It's an overthrow. They'll run free. Sloppy cricket from Pakistan. And the lead is 201. 200. Was it 200? Is it 200 or 201? I think it's 200. Anyway, it's an ad break. There was no Sri Lankan commentator for the series either. Is that a reflection now of where cricket's going, that people ain't people ain't paying for man to travel. People ain't paying for man to travel long distances to come talk on cricket. "46 runs added in the first 10 overs of the day. West Indies have lost 2 wickets, but those 46 runs have been absolutely precious, just like that 29-run lead in the first innings was." Ali to Seals. Behind it, defends, no run. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, Adrian. Carlos and Marley were just talking about Shea. And like I say, no bad mind. I'm a very big fan of Carlos Brathwaite. But I reckon I'm being serious here, genuinely. I reckon a lot of people, as much as sometimes people get a bit upset with how I make my points about cricket in the Caribbean, I think a lot of people watch what CCP does to get the necessary talking points. I could be wrong, but that's just the way I see it. Anyways, Muhammad Ali into Seals, defends into the covers, no run. $172 for 9. West Indies. It's brilliant stuff. Remember, we were 93 for 7. The lead is 201. Muhammad Ali into Seals. Full. Seals gets it past backward point. Might get 4, you know. Is there a man down there? Oh, it's well fielded. But there should be 3 runs in that. Or did they only run 2? Yeah, I think they ran 3. Yeah, they ran. And it's a no ball. And it's a no ball. What's that? The 28th no ball of the match? 3 runs and a no ball. Pakistan. Who's bowled more no balls? Us or Pakistan? Can anyone get me the stat? Ali into Warwick and leaves it alone outside the stump. Can anyone get me the stats? Can anyone get me the stats of how many no balls Pakistan have bowled versus how many West Indies have bowled? Pakistan are on 8 in this innings, but how many did they bowl in the first innings? Obviously, we still have another innings to bowl, but what's the score in no balls? All right, here we go. Thank you, Lonesome. So Lonesome says Pakistan have bowled 18 no balls, and West Indies have bowled 10. Obviously, West Indies can catch up in when we come to bowl. Turn round the corner by Warwick, and there may be 2 in that as well. Fine leg comes in. Now they took 1. Bart says Pakistan have bowled 34 no balls in their last 3 tests. That is ridiculous. So what's the lead now? I haven't even been paying attention. I might have this wrong. Is the lead 207 or is it 206? And let's just double check. The lead is 206. This is great stuff from the West Indies. Absolutely brilliant stuff this morning. Psychologically, I think this is a problem for Pakistan now. The runs can be chased. At the end of the day, there's going to be a day and a half. But psychologically, they've let us get up to a 206-run lead, which surely isn't what they expected this morning. Short ball. Seals wants to turn that into the onside, squared up, pops out into the offside, but no one's there, no run. Mash, is there West Indies tour Bangladesh 2 tests later in the year? Yeah, I think it's October and November. We got 2 tests in Bangladesh. Or is it November, December? But either way, we got 2 tests. Ali into Seals. Short down the leg side. Seals matrixes out the way of it. No run. Like, share, subscribe, people. Don't know how many of you have pressed the like button, but there's over 200 of you in the watch along. So press the like button. Algorithm, algorithm, algorithm. YouTube analytics are telling me that so far across this watch along, how many minutes have we had? Across the first hour of this watch along, we've had 4,000 views. So that's good. That's good. Algorithm, algorithm, algorithm. Warwican is the main spin of West Indies, and in my opinion, sorry, new over Abbas into Warwican. No run. Warwican is the main spinner of West Indies, and in my opinion, he has not taken even 10 wickets in the last 5 tests. What kind of main spinner is he? Has he played on helpful tracks, though? I actually don't even know what his last 5 tests have been. Tell me who the last 5 tests were against. He had two versus India. This one. What's his other 2 test matches that he's played? He didn't play against Sri Lanka. He didn't play against New Zealand, did he? Did he play one against Australia? So what even have his last 5 tests been? Fielded at Gully. No run. Charles says West Indies will win the series. Let's focus on this test match first and foremost. The lead is 206. What the hell is this now? Someone's sending me Instagram messages. I'll have to look at those messages later because I'm live right now. People sending me Instagram messages straight and defended. Sorry, people. My phone is pinging off. Bear man sending me messages. Oh, I know who that is. Okay, that makes sense now. Hayden says 220 to 230 lead is a luxury. Can we get there? I don't know. Warwican is on 10 from 18. Seals is on 6 from 10. What's going on now? Right. You must be going. I presume Rizwan's going up to the stumps. He's got to put him pads on and a helmet. Or is it just... Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, it's coming up, right? He must be coming up. Yeah. Yeah, it's going up to... I think that's the right thing to do, to be honest. I think that's clever. I could see Abbas going... I can see they're trying to make Warwican go for the heave-ho, I presume. Outside edge, through the slip cordons, all along the floor. That'll be 4 runs. That'll be 4 runs. The lead is up to 210. Yeah, actually, it's well played by Warwican, to be fair. I still don't know if that was his actual intention. Actually, no, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think that was his intention, you know. And that's it. Done. Abbas gets his fifer. Warwickam bowled down. Yeah, once he brought Rizwan up, I was always of the opinion. Wait, they say no ball. What is? Yeah, gone. Yeah, Abbas deserves that. 15 overs, 5 for 22. And I don't know if there's any Pakistani fans in this live watch along, but please tell me, why did Pakistan start the day without Mohammad Abbas? Soon as he came on, this got basically wrapped up quite quickly, right? He's the most accurate bowler. He's the most accurate bowler. Hayden, don't be racist in the chat. Who was being racist? What was the racism, people? Let me go ban whoever that was. Yeah, he's the most accurate bowler. He's the person who's most likely to challenge the technique of our tail enders. And they left him. They bowled 8 overs or something before they turned to him. Anyways, whatever. West Indies managed to add how many runs? 55 runs for the final 3 wickets. We lasted an hour of play, which I think is probably at the top end of what we could have expected. West Indies lead is 210. Was it 211? 211 to, I can't remember. 211. Pakistani 211 to win. So West Indies bowled out for 181. I'll take that from 93 for 7. I'll tell you that right now. So Pakistan need 211 to win. So this test match will end today regardless. And just go update Twitter, people. Bear with me. What? Right, so I had to put Hayden in timeout because people told me that he was calling somebody I don't even know what that word means, but I'll take people's words for it in the comments that word is offensive. So I've put him in timeout. Yeah, so Pakistan need 211 to win. Shamar Joseph top scoring with 38 from 27. Valuable runs there at the from the number 9. Abbas 5 for 22, 8 runs for 85. 8 for 85 in this test match for Abbas. So let's see. What have we got, people? Who do you make favourites to win this then? Who do you make favourites to win this test match? It ends today regardless. I'm only doing this first session, by the way. I'm going to the football after the first session. In fact, no, tell a lie. I'm on the radio. There's a new radio station in the UK called Track Radio. If you're somebody who lives in the UK, you may be aware of a BBC presenter called Mark Pugach. So they got in touch with me yesterday and said, Mash, can you come on Track Radio and do this segment with Mark Pugach, talk on West Indies cricket? So I've got to do that. When is that? That's in about an hour or so, maybe an hour and 20 minutes or something. And then as soon as that's done, I'm leaving to go to Bromley to watch the pre-season friendly between Bromley and Millwall. So I will not be doing session 2 or session 3, but I'll be watching session 2, which I think will probably be the last session of the day. I'll watch that at the football, or as long as it takes. I'll be watching the football and watching the cricket at the same time. K Singh says 211 is a tough chase for India on Australia, let alone Pakistan. Dash says this is even Stevens. G says West Indies are favourites. My max was 170 and we got way over that. Charles says as long as West Indies bowl full and straight, Pakistan will get ball down. Osprey says West Indies are ahead at the moment. They need as good a first hour with the ball as they had with the bat today. Right. Yeah, let me update this. West Indies all out for 181. Sorry, people, I'm just updating Twitter because I don't think Santoki's about to do it. How many did we add? How many? 155, 45, 55. Bear with me, people. Still just updating. I should really take a break. Actually, be right back, people, because there's a break in innings that allows me to go toilet, get a drink, etc. So I'll be right back. Give me a sec, people. Give me about 2 minutes. I'll be back for Pakistan's reply. Look at that, me just talking and I'm on mute. Shan Masood has a fractured finger, but he will bat, is what they're saying. But we're back. Azan Awais and Imam ul Haq. Sports Blem says Pakistan will get these runs easily. Bookies have Pakistan favourites. Okay, let's get going. So, Roach to start. And Azan is behind that defends to point. We are on the way. Pakistan needs 211 to win. Full by Roach, defended to the covers, no run. Roach, of course, starting round the wicket to the left-hander. Why is Warwick in this team? Can you please explain? Because they thought the pitch would spin. And of the options, they've got as spinners in the team. Who else were you going to play if not Warwick? That one pitches and moves away from Azan. He's happy to just watch that. Mohammed Abbas, 15.5 overs, 6 maidens, 5 for 22. Brilliant stuff. Spinner didn't bowl at all in the second innings. So I don't know if that means if Jamal Warwick will bowl at all in this innings. Oi! Pitches and draws Azan forward. Beats the outside edge, no run. Yeah, that's the length and that's the line. It's the fourth stump line. It's the channel of uncertainty on the fourth stump line. Full and straight on that line. That's where you'll get the deviation and movement. Same spot. Defended, no run. Final ball of the over. Oi! Same line. Same line. Did Azan play inside the line? Either way, it pitches and moves away from him. Maiden over to start. Banana Brook says, good to see the view-like ratio has improved. I can't even see how many likes there are, to be honest. You lot will have to tell me. You'll have to update me on that. I've got no idea. So Maiden to start. Now, who's going to take the new ball? It's got to be Jaden, I assume, at the other end. Waiting to see a bit of a lull in play here. Finally getting underway. Seals at the other end. Over the wicket to the left-hander. 156. Sorry, 156 people in the live. 82 likes. Yeah, that's good. That's a good ratio, to be fair. Happy says, can you imagine the outrage in the media if Pakistan lose, considering they let West Indies get to 200? That's if they lose. Will it be outrage though? I don't know. I'm not au fait with. Well, it probably will be, to be fair. But would it be right to be outraged? I guess because we were a 93 for 7. It's more the fact that they let us get to 181. Oh, it's an appeal from Jaden. Surely that's pitching outside leg. They'll get 2. They're not going to review that. Surely not. Yeah, they ain't reviewing that. I'm not actually sure what Jaden was appealing for, because I just assumed to the naked eye that was pitching outside leg. Either way, Pakistan are underway now. Oh, hold on. That was a better shout than I thought, to be fair. On first viewing, I thought that was a bad shout, but another pod with the Pakistani podcast after this match, possibly. I haven't spoken to them about that. Squares him up a bit, no, haven't spoken to them about that, but possibly. Pitched inline. Umpire's cool. Yeah, missing anyways. Okay, so it would have been not out. Shoulder armed by Imam, no run. When does this first session end? Is it 5 o'clock? Has anyone got the timing of the day? Is it? I'm assuming it's 5 o'clock that this session ends. Straighter by Jaden, defended by Imam, no run. 1 ball left in this over. Turn this thing. It's a bit. There you go. It's better. Yeah, umpire speaking to Jaden. That one's clipped on the onside. They should get 3. You might even get 4, you know. No, they should get 3. Who's that running after that? That person's slow, boy. Who is? Oh, Django. 3 runs. Pakistan 5 without loss. Because people are coming into this at different times, let me give people an idea of what Pakistan are actually on, because as much as I'm doing a countdown to how many runs they need, I'm not sure that's ideal to help people. Lonesome says make 3 tests per series mandatory. Yeah, but who's going to pay for that? Roach to continue around the wicket to who's on strike? Imam will be on strike. Outside off, left alone, no run. Roach turns at his mark into Imam. Big edge, gone. Gone. That's the first one. I don't know what Imam was trying to do. He got all tangled up. I don't know if he was trying to cut it. I don't know if it got onto him too quick. But all he succeeded in doing is, as he reviewed it, he surely hasn't reviewed that. All he succeeded in doing is paddling it. Yeah, it's just, that's an awful shot. I don't know what he was trying to do. Roach, in fairness, gets it to rear into him. I think Imam got into the wrong shape, got into the wrong line. It's almost like he was trying to sway. I don't know if he was trying to cut it. I don't know if he was trying to sway out of the way of it. Either way, he's nicked straight, but he's cut behind to Hope. I don't know, people. Talk to me. Those of you in the comments, was that a poor... It's a good delivery from Roach, but what on earth was Imam? What shape was he getting into? It wasn't there to be cut. So I think Imam was initially shaping to cut, and then at the last minute was like, "Oh, sugar, this is on me," and then he's cut behind. He's almost like he's fine cut it to Hope behind. Either way, it's an ugly dismissal from Imam. Now, interestingly, Baba has come out. Now, if you didn't hear me at the start, Sean Masood has fractured his finger. So they're saying he's going to bat, but at what position he comes out to bat, who knows? Rod says that Imam was trying to cut it, but it got too close to him and bounced too much. Yeah, I think that's right, Rod's actually. Those people who were saying to me, will Kimar retire? This is what I'm saying to you. Retire for what? Kimar doesn't have to play every test. But the availability of Kimar, what he offers us is the ability to rest other seam bowlers. That one rears into Baba, but he tucks it around the corner for one. Was that a bye? Yes, a leg bye, actually. Well, it's a no ball. Whee! Another no ball. So it's now 18 no balls to Pakistan, 11 to the West Indies. Snowy says, I said it was a good delivery, Snowy. I did say it was a good delivery, but I'm saying how Imam played it. Two things can be, for me, Snowy, two things can be right at the same time. You can get a good delivery, but also get into the wrong position, full. And Azan is able to squeeze that onto the onside. There'll be two there. Might even be three there. Oi. Hope has called for that. Hope is saying, I think he's in. No, they're going upstairs. It was a tight three, but I think he's in. But they're going to go upstairs. Yeah, sorry, to finish that point, Snow, whilst they go upstairs. I think a delivery can be a good delivery, but the batter can fail to deal with it at the same time. Yeah, it's well in. I don't know why they went upstairs. So I'm both in praise of Kimar whilst being critical of Imam at the same time. Roach into Baba. Off the pad, no run. Oh, tails in to Baba. No run. It's able to just tuck that to square leg. No run. One ball left of Roach is over. Oh, that tails in as well. Big shout, but there'll be nothing there. 10 for 1 at the end of the over. Babar's yet to score. Azan is on 3. Pakistan need 201 to win there. 10 for 1. Jigger, if you watch yesterday's live show, after this test match is done, I did a live show yesterday, live call-in show, and we spoke at length about Shea Hope and his workload. So I could go into it, but I think if you watch that, I did quite a bit on that. Will we ever see Craig play for West Indies again? Never say never. I think, yeah, never say never. Right, Seals to continue over the wicket to Azan. Shoulder arms, no run. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Full and straight. Full and straight on a 4th stump line, generally, I think is the way to go. Before Pakistan started batting, I said I thought 211 would be very hard for Pakistan to chase. Obviously, anything's possible, but I more had West Indies as favourites once it got over 200. Seals again defended to point, no run. Yeah, that injured test mashed him up, to be fair. But to be fair, in the Sri Lanka series, Roach outbowled Shamar and Alzari. Wasn't by much, but he did, statistically speaking. Sorry, Seals, sorry, what I say, Roach? Seals outbowled Shamar and Alzari statistically in that Sri Lanka series. Only just, though. Bookies say it's 10 to 11 for both teams. They say he's fractured his finger. Is that the same as breaking your finger? I don't know. Christian says we're 8 likes away from 100. Run up the likes, people. Share, subscribe, notification bell, hype. Defended, out into cover, no run. Four dot balls in a row for Jaden Seals. Much tighter. Him and Roach, much tighter than the start yesterday. Sana says, what's your time now? It's 4:31 in the afternoon in the UK. Left alone, shoulder arms, no run. Any changes for the next test? It's Hope as wicketkeeper. If Django can keep wicket, if Django's fit enough to keep wicket, and that's a maiden over. End of the over, 4 overs bowled. Pakistan 10 for 1. Babar yet to score. Azan is on 3. The only change I can see as things currently stand is that Django will take the gloves. I can see Warwickam playing again at Queen's Park Oval. If it's taking spin, I can, unless they dropped Warwickam for Bishop, but I just don't see that happening. The other thing they have to consider is if Chase can't bowl because of his finger, then they have to ask themselves, well, how much does the finger affect his ability to bat? So that's another question they've got to ask themselves as well. Roach over the wicket to Babar. Tails in. Fielded at short leg. No run. Yeah, Young Badgery's right. I get it that Roach is getting them to tail into the pads and LBW's in the game, but actually the more dangerous delivery is a straight one on the 4th stump line that draws Babar forward to nick off. Again, tails in again on off stump, defended, no run. Roach into Babar. Hooked, fine, 4 runs. 4 runs. And a no ball. $12 no balls for the West Indies, 18 for Pakistan. It's a badly lined delivery by Roach. Needs to go a bit straighter. Needs to go a bit straighter here. The more dangerous delivery is the one moving away, not the one moving in. Oh, no run. 196 to win Pakistan. 9 wickets remaining. I think we got about, what, half an hour left of this session? Yeah, I'll come back to this point, Happy. Roach into Babar. That's a bit straighter. Skews off the inner portion of the bat. There'll be 2 there. Yeah, 2 runs there. Yeah, we've been talking about this in the Caribbean Cricket Podcast Discord. If there's something actually up with the pop increase or the landing area, because it seems like an exceptional number of no balls are being bowled, more than expected. End of the over. Was there? No, there's 1 more ball left. Final ball of the over. Is that 4? It's a good drive there by Babar, the on drive. Yeah, 4 runs. End of the over. Babar is on 10. Azan is on 3. Pakistan 22 for 1. They need 190 to win. Am I doing session 2 or 3? No, I'm not. I do not have the availability or the capacity to do session 2 or 3 today. That's why I did the first one, because the way my day is scheduled today, this was the one I had the most time. The one I had the most time for. Seals to continue. Full nick gone. Azan nicks off. That's the second one. Full on that 4th stump line. Azan kind of had to play it. I mean, he didn't, but he kind of had to. And that's the second one. Pakistan 21 for 2. Yeah, he had to. That's the line. That's the length. That's the length, and that's the line. The corridor of uncertainty on the 4-stump line. You're drawn into playing. I know he didn't have to necessarily play, but you're kind of drawn into playing it, and you're gonna nick off once you're drawn into the stroke. 21 for 2. This game is going to end. I reckon this game ends in the next session. As Kishan says, that's the wicket-taking delivery. It's the 4th stump line straightening up in the corridor of uncertainty will draw the batter forward. That's the line if you can find it. 21 for 2. Seal strikes. Who's in now? Salman Aliaga. So Shan, whatever the nature of Shan Masood. Wait, hold on. Actually, let me clarify. Because Shan was off all this morning, is there a certain somebody go if Osprey's around or anybody who's got access to the details? Is there a certain position that Shan can only come in because he wasn't on the field for the first hour, or is he not in yet because they're protecting him due to the nature of because of the fracture on his finger? Can someone clarify that for me? Because I don't know the details as to whether he's allowed to come out yet, or if they're choosing to not send him out there. Anyway, Salman Aliaga is out with Babar Azam. This is difficult for Pakistan because their tail is so porous that they need a big partnership to give a buffer for the tail. Anyways, Seals into Salman, the new batter. Pushes him back, no run. Good start, Jaden. Like that. I like that. I like the shape. Yeah, so Anshul says, as per past precedents, that's my point. I'm assuming that maybe Shan's not allowed to come in until X number of wickets have fallen, but no one has said it on comms, so I don't know if that's officially what's going on. Happy says that Baba's going to nick off soon. We shall see. Leg side, no run. Yeah, Charlie says there's a time penalty. Yes, so it's a time penalty rather than a wicket taking penalty. I'm just trying to work out what the time penalty is. Seals into Salman. Nice delivery. That's the area. That's the spot. Draws him forward in defence. No run. Like, share, subscribe, people. If you're new to CCP, maybe you've never come across us before. We don't just do watch-alongs. We do everything on West Indies cricket. Sometimes we talk about other cricket. But if you ever want to know anything about West Indies cricket, CCP is the channel to come to. Videos, watch-alongs, call-in shows, interviews, patron episodes. We got everything, people. Furthermore, if you'd like to become a patron, use the QR code in the corner. That's how you support the movement. 6p a day to support the movement. At the very least, like the video, share the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hype the video, etc. Seals in again. Defends, no run. I think since we started today's watch along, we've had 27 extra subscriptions. So big up anybody who's joined today and gone, no, this is all right, I'm going to subscribe. So far, we're on 9,000 total views for this watch along. So big up anybody who has jumped in the live. If you stayed in the live, wicked. If you just came for a minute, 10 minutes, whatever, then jumped out, everything counts. Algorithm. Seals turns at his mark into Salmon. Ooh, tucks him up. Fielded at gully, no run. Wicket maiden for Seals. Why is it? Okay. Boxing says, is this ground in the middle of nowhere? Yeah, I mean, well, Queen's Park Oval is in the city in Trinidad. It is a trek to get out to Taruba, to be fair, South Trinidad. So I'll get to that comment in a minute. Roach back on. Good save there from Chemo Paul. Just he saves a run in the short mid wicket. Sricharan says, Mash, since Shan's injury is not internal, he can bat at any time. It's just Pakistan don't want him to bat, so they're delaying his entry. That's what I thought. That's why, thank you, because that's why I asked the question, because there's been no, if it was a time delay or wicket delay thing, they would have already said that on comms. I think Pakistan are choosing not to send him in. But again, like I say, if anyone can get official confirmation, please let me know. Roach in, defended on the off stump, no run. Sorry, people, I'm having my 20 grams of protein yogurt. Gotta get that protein in, you know. We can't just do a watch along with no protein. Sorry. Diptansha, the crowd has actually been quite good on the weekend for this test match. I know it doesn't look good on TV, but actually it's been quite good. Tails in again from Roach. Babar defends on the fourth stump line, no run. $21 for 2. Can anyone confirm Roach? Oi, that wicked movement on there. Was never challenging the stumps, but then did tail in late. I heard you're going to All In. Yep, I'll be at All In at Wembley. Bought my ticket yesterday. I'll be there. Yeah, so Panda is a Trinidadian, so take her word for it in terms of tails in, push, not just timing, sweet timing there from Babar. That's 4 runs. The on drive push. And that's a welcome 4 for Pakistan, 25 for 2. Yeah, I'll leave those comments on the screen there from Panda. I thought it was a really strong crowd on day one. But because the problem was because the test match hard camera, and this happens a lot in West Indies cricket, where it happens in our domestic cricket as well, where in fairness no one is there, but the camera angles always make it look like no one's there because they don't show. Like, if you're wondering why the camera angle is on the empty stand, because in the Caribbean, we run from sun. So the hard camera, the shaded stand is where everybody was sitting. Oh, that's an LBW shout. Gone. Pang in front from Seals. I don't know if Salmon reckons he's got a bat on that one, but that looked like that was pad first. And if it is pad first, that's plumb in front. Uncle is in his Just Do It shirt with his Trini flag. Let's see now. Was it pad first? Oh, hold on. I think it's pad first. Yes, pad first. Pad first. That's out. That's plumb in front. That's plumb in front. Let me just update it now. That's pad first. That can't be bat first. Pad. Yeah, gone. Gone. That's gone. You can't call that. That's bat onto pad, but the ball has hit the pad first. There's third umpire shouldn't be looking at this too tough. It's clearly pad first. I don't want to see. That's plumb. Who is it? Who's on strike? Is it Salmon? I don't even know. All I know is it's out. Yeah, plumb. Gone. 25 for free. Salmon, is that Salmon for a duck? Salmon's gone for a duck. Pakistan crumbling out here. Do you remember about an hour ago, maybe 30 minutes ago, there were people saying to me, Mash Seals' form has fallen off. And do you remember I did that massive riposte where I was like, no, I don't think it's as simple as that. Now will people, this is, and again, I'm not saying, everybody must listen to me, but I am saying that what you will get with CCP, and I don't think you get this with any other media outlet in the Caribbean or outside the Caribbean when it comes to covering West Indies cricket, is I'm going to break things down on a proper nuanced level. Seals' form hasn't fallen off. There is a context to what has happened to Jayden Seals over the last year, but you can't doubt his ability. 3 overs, 2 for 3. Come on, you lot want to write off. Anyways, let me just keep quiet because I've been trying to talk for ages about this and trying to tell people it's not that simple. There is a context to what happened to Jayden over the last year, but his talent is unmistakable. 2 for 3 for Jayden Seals from 3 overs. Salmon gone for a duck. Pakistan 25 for 3, and that 186 they need to win is looking a long way away. Remember, Shan Masood has a bruck up finger, so I don't know when they're going to send him to bat. Seals in again. Oh, bloody hell. That kept low and went away. What on earth was that? That must have hit a crack. What on earth is that uncle blowing into? Oh, what a blood cleats. $197 of you in the live. Big up yourselves for supporting the movement. Seals into Rizwan. Bounces and goes through with carry through to hold, but there's uneven bounce because the ball before basically went along at shin high level and seamed away from Rizwan. That one rears off a length and has good carry through to Hope. Seals to Rizwan. Oi. Oi, Seals is good, you know. He's been good today. He's been bang on the money. Bang on the money. His length and line, or line and length, I should say. Like, share, subscribe. How many likes have we got? Anyone can tell? Can anyone tell me how many likes we got? There's 220 people in the live right now. There's 220 people in the live. But how many likes have we got? Seals to Rizwan, or outside portion of the bat fielded at slip. 120 likes. That's good, you know. Well done, people. 120 likes. Hype. 7 minutes left until lunch. You got 7 minutes left of this watch along, people, and then I've got to get out of here. So by the time you next see me on CCP, it'll probably be me and Santoki reviewing the test match, because this is done. This is done in the next session. Straight, full, defended by Rizwan no run. Jaden Seals, 4 overs, 2 maidens, 2 for 3. You listen to what I'm saying? 4 overs, 2 maidens, 2 for 3. Right, Shamar replaces Roach for a burst just before lunch. First ball is defended into the onside for no run. Santosh says Pakistan will be all out at 188 runs. At this rate, I'm not even sure if Pakistan are going to make 100, if I'm honest with you. Joseph, full, straight, defended by Baba, no run. They just said on TV that Jaden has taken the most wickets for a West Indian before the age of 25 in Test cricket. Let me say no more. Tucked into the onside, no run. Yeah, so I presume we're going to get a rain shower at some point. I wouldn't say significant, just I think it'll just be a standard tropical Caribbean rain. Defended by Baba no run. I think Baba and Rizwan are just trying to get, and rightly so, are just trying to get to tea. Holder isn't playing Test cricket because he's. I don't even know. I don't know. He was asked to play the India tour actually, but he declined due to cut by Baba. It's well fielded at point by Chemo Paul. No run. That's how you build pressure. That was a good shot from Baba, but excellent fielding. No run. Yeah, Jason was selected for the India tour, but injury. Yeah, Luke, I meant to drop the Alzari video this morning, and then as it got closer to the test match, I was outside the house I was doing some work. By the time I got home, it was like an hour to the start of the test match, and I decided I was going to do a watch along. So I'll probably now drop the Alzari one tomorrow. I don't think it makes sense to drop it now. Let's just soak in what looks like a victory and actually enjoy before I cause controversy with the Alzari video. Tucked onto the leg side by Babar Azam. They'll pick up 2 there. Right, so how long's left? Maybe one more over. T Wellick, it's gonna spin. Or so, depending on who you speak to, it should spin at Queen's Park Oval. Based on that, you assume Warwican plays. The bigger issue isn't. I don't think we should be wasting our time looking at whether Warwican should play. I think what we need to be looking at is if Chase should play because of his injury. Obviously, Chase will play, but I think there's a question around it. Why don't you do this app, you know? For the flipping... Sorry, people. Sorry, people. I was looking at something. Straight from Seals, no run. That's the second ball of the over, by the way. The first one was a dot. Has anyone got a Digi? What's it called? An Osmo. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See if there's any tech people. And you got one of these, a Digi Osmo. Is it worth Osmo mobile thing? Is it worth downloading the app for it? Because I never use the app, but apparently I should be using the app. I hate tech, you know. I'm an unk out here. All of this fancy tech stuff. I'm a big unk, and man are artsing me to learn tech at my big age. No, Anthony, no more watch long. This is the final over, and then I'm done because I'm going to a football match. Right, Seals to draws and outs. Turns Rizwan around there. It's all along the ground. He'll get a single. Straight and defended. One more ball before we have tea, and one more ball before this watch along is over. So let me just say thank you to everybody who's been with me for this watch along. I should have done. Do you know what? I should have been doing first sessions more often in this series rather than the third one. Third ones, I was tired, but this one I felt refreshed. It probably also helps that we're at a pivotal point of the match. But thank you to everyone who's joined me at any point. On your way out, like, share, subscribe, notification bell, hype, tell a friend about CCP, all of that stuff. Seals into Baba, left alongside of some, and that should be lunch. And it is lunch. So at lunch, Pakistan 28 for 3. They will resume in 40 to 45 minutes. They will need 183 more runs to win. West Indies, their tail wagged this morning, batting for an hour and adding 55 runs. And I just wonder if psychologically they batted Pakistan out of the game. They set Pakistan, Shamar Joseph top scoring with 38, but a handy 18 from Roach. Warwican hung around for a double score as well. I think he got 10 or something. Seals got 6 or 9 or whatever. But they set Pakistan 2-11 to win. And Seals and Roach have been on the money. More so Jaden Seals. Jaden Seals, 5 overs, 2 maidens, 2 for 4. Gary Stewart says Sammy has overstayed his welcome. What a line to end this watch along on. We're on the verge. We're on the verge of potentially winning a test match against Pakistan. And your conclusion is Sammy has overstayed his welcome. Oh no, you must be bussing joke. You must be bussing joke. But then again, it's a West Indies fan base, so who knows? Anyways, Pakistan 28 for 3. Pakistan need 183 to win. 40-45 minutes, the second session. It probably ends in the next session. So I won't be with you because I've got things to do. But thank you for joining me. Like, share, subscribe. Santoki and I will be back maybe tomorrow, I'd imagine, with the review of the test match because we ain't going to day 5. And yeah, see you all very, very soon. Peace.
West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast. West Indies Cricket.